Okay, Michael Hudson, and this is the depth charge instructional method. Going through the first shock attack to the first 2 stabs to the first 2 targets. Okay? What is a shock set or a shock attack? A shock attack is an attack that even if you were to do it all barehanded, you would disable your opponent and you would cause serious injury, needing possible hospitalization 9 times out of 10. However, with depth charge, horse of a slightly different color. Okay? What these shock sets do, what these shock attacks do, is they're meant to be in tandem with an edged weapon. Okay? Specifically a knife, either a fixed blade or folding. You could even use a box cutter with this also, technically. So, 2 main grips, hammer grip, ice pick grip. Always edge out. Always edge out, okay? Now, targets. What are the targets? Depth charge goes for. Goes for the eyes, goes for the throat and for the round of the neck. It goes for the heart, the liver, the spleen, both kidneys, both lungs, groin. Okay? This is the main targets as it's with an edged weapon. These are considered the blood bags of the human body, if you like. If these are punctured, even multiple times, and with the wound channel ripped and tore open, the attacker will expire within seconds to a couple of minutes, just depending on which one and how many times it's been punctured. So, without further ado, going into depth charge. The first 2 techniques, walk through one by one. First one being in hammer grip with shock attack 1. And how the shock attack works is it's under the premise that in the environment that you're in, that you have objects that you can throw into the attacker's eyes and face to force them to flinch. However, depth charge takes it a step further. We are operating under the premise that you are in an environment that is a clean room. Okay? A clean room. There is no objects you can use to throw. No liquid, nothing. Sand, pebbles, nothing. Okay? All you have on you is what you have on you in that room that you EDC with. Hopefully, one of those things is up to a 3-inch long folding edged weapon. Hopefully. This will come in very handy. Now, you can use a tack pen, kumbaton, anything like that with this also. But remember, all you have is what you have with you. The environment you're in when you need to use it may not have anything to offer you like that. So, slightly modified. Originally, it was throw an object, sand, liquid, whatever, into the attacker's eyes. Snap kick them in the groin, and as your foot lands, rolling your weight forward, clutch, and go into a barehanded attack set. However, with depth charge, you have your edged weapon, okay? You are going into your edged weapon attack. And in this case, okay, since I've went for his eyes with an outright hand attack, make his hands come up, try to stop my arm, whatever. Once I feel that, pop, peanut butter, okay? Go clutching the back of his neck or back of his hair, okay? If he has long hair like me, clutch that, yank it back. Blade is in hammer. Doing crescent moon, or as I call it, the spot. Either lunge forward and go in, or step through and go in. Right into their throat, trachea, and rip out sideways. 1, 2. That is the first attack of depth charge. That is SA1-S1. Shock attack 1/stab 1. Now, depending on if you want to just learn this for personal protection or to add to your arsenal if you do security or bodyguard work, okay, you can stick to just the 2 stab variations of each of the 10 shock attacks, which will give you 20. If, however, you want to teach it, you want to patch in, I mentioned there were 9 targets, right? Okay? 10 different shock attacks, 2 different steps. Put all that together, multiply all that, 10 attacks. So even with the first attack, with both grips, you would have 18 attack methods on just the first shock attack set you would have to master before you patch in. 18 times 10. What is that, Mr. Godsey? That's 180, isn't it? 18 times 10, 180. To patch into depth charge, you need to perform 180 different edged weapon, multi-scenario, multi-opponent, surviving different kinds of ambushes, which you may face in an urban environment, especially in a metro area, like Las Vegas, LA, New York, somewhere like that, and be able to come out all right. That's going to take a week. A whole patch in is going to take 7 days. No, 9 days. I'm sorry, 9 days. 1 for each of the 18 attacks. 12 hours each day. So you know what you're in for. If you learn it just to know it, I get into the 20. Little piece of advice. Now, SA1, S2, ice pick. For this target, we're attacking the eye sockets themselves. First one was the trachea, second one's the eye sockets. Now we're going to do this, of course, we're going to attack with this one, the barehanded finger attack to one socket, and as we grab and attack the groin and plant in, we're going to stab the opposite eye socket while digging our thumb into the original one that we just finger struck for further damage. Okay, so that's going to go going slowly because I do have a live blade on me. Going slowly so I don't mess up and hurt myself. Going too fast. 1, 2, 3. There's the gouge. Shifting body weight in, pumping. 4. Twist, rip. Those are the first 2. Start to finish. Now, barehanded, okay, of what those 2 would be. And I'll do these facing the camera, going through them flow for flow. SA1-S1, that's going to go 1, 2, 3, as I stomp, okay? I'm either going to do a leopard fist or a black cobra palm. I'm going for the trachea, trying to collapse it. Boom! So, doing it quickly, that's going to go like that. Okay? Now, SA1-S2, horse of a different color, is going to involve a tracheal collapse of a choke. Okay, but not before they get tenderized a little bit. So that's going to go, and I'll do the opposite side. Okay. That one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, hammer fisting the nose, shattering it. Now I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing better. Now his head and face is right here. I just stomped forward, hammer fisted his nose, shattering it. Now I'm going to grind my forearm bone of my front arm across his throat, keeping a clutch on the back of his neck, and I'm going to grab my own elbow and I'm going to squeeze and twist. I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to just collapse all that so he is no more. So there you have our edged weapon methodologies of the first 2 attacks. and barehanded of the Mr. Godsey, do you have any questions, comments, or any concerns, sir? Okay. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Now, uh, what's that? Yes. Thank you. Stop.